Hello, my name is Dakota, and I'm a co-host on Teenage Critic. And on this segment of my first heart-to-heart, I'm talking about bus safety. So right now, I'm going to be talking about how bus safety in Rhode Island is different from that in the United States. Well, first, in Rhode Island, there have been a few incidences of children actually getting hurt on school buses, which then brings up the effect of how we need to have more training. We need to have more first aid, seizure training, everything like that. Also, we gotta have more people who are aware of children with disabilities and be able to help them get on and off school buses to make their ride safe. Because I'm sure, like you want to say, even all adults want to see this, as my dad would say, nobody wants to go home and see a child, or come home from school and see your child in the morgue. That is not what we want to see here in America today. Also, another thing is that in Rhode Island, well, it's in from the United States, that in Rhode Island, we just passed the autism bill, which basically is going to be a big push for us with school bus. And also, our representative here in East Greenwich, Anthony Giarrusso, has decided actually to help us too, because I just did an interview with him on another show, which helped. Also, we found out that, let's say, with the National BCI check law that's coming in, the National BCI check is saying that now that, let's say, you're a criminal, you committed some crime in another state, you basically come here to Rhode Island, and you get basically, you can't do nothing here, you can't do nothing anywhere else and get a job here and work with children. And that's the same thing with schools, the same thing with other places that have children, so that's a good part about it. Also, another thing is that children today are doing some things on school buses which should not be tolerated, like smoking, drinking, making out on the bus, other things which I would never do. Because you know there's always a higher person out there watching you. And you know something, even though that you may think no one's watching you, but that one influence you have on someone else, I'm not going to get off topic, but that one influence you put on someone else is actually going to have a bigger effect on the person who's the bystander, who's seeing what's going on. Also, another thing is that, sorry if I seem a little choked up, but another thing is that you also do not, basically the bus drivers, even as one of my sisters is going to tell me on her segment about bullying, I'm not going to get into it, but on the school buses, there's going to be a lot of bullying. There's a lot of bullying out there today. And if there's bullying, it's not going to go away. Basically, what we got to do is be able to help others. Because school buses are basically the #1 place, in my experience, for bullying over all other places that you can be. Because for one, they think they can get away with it. Two, we think police can get away with it because no one thinks the bus driver, no one thinks there's cameras. Oh, and that's another thing. Buses today have cameras, so don't try anything sneaky. Number two is that cameras today, basically there's like a box. And basically, there's another thing. There's a movie that came out with Clint Eastwood, and basically he was looking for a bus that was hidden underground. Basically, which came in was a new system that's even better than LoJack today. It's called Zonar, in which the buses actually come in, they look at, they see what they do is they look on a button, basically it'll track your bus anywhere you go within a good amount of radius. Also, another thing before we go is that in America today, children on buses, They think that buses, you don't have to be safe. They think it'll be all right. But one, if you see anything on a bus, tell your parents. They're gonna be the biggest influence you'll ever have in your life. Two, do not be afraid to stand up, even if there is bullying on a school bus. Three, if you suspect something's going on, dial 911 or call your closest parent. And also, do not even think about taking on a situation alone if you're under 13. Yep, and that's about it, because, and I'm just going to wrap it up, school buses should be the way to get to and from school safely. And but as I'm going to quickly wrap up, Anthony Giarrusso, call your senator if you think there should be more help on school buses. 3, bullying. Do not stand for bullying. 4 is that you do not, if you see anything wrong, go for it. and I hope this helps everybody else. So, as all my homies would say, peace out. My name is Dakota J'S, and thank you, Teenage Craig. Thank you.